What's going on, GemMinTites? It's your boy GemMint. We're here with the PCS Collectibles 1/3 scale Spider-Man from the GamerVerse line. We first got a glimpse of this statue at San Diego Comic-Con 2019 as an unpainted statue, and I remember thinking, man, that was so smart to go after this license, which will enable them to do Marvel characters in 1/3 scale. So we have the Spider-Man. They've also teased Venompool and Deadpool as well. We later saw it at New York Comic-Con, painted. It looked great, the translucent type of shiny base, and now we have an artist proof here today. We're going to go ahead and do an unboxing and a review, but before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to hit that like button, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video or a live stream. Let's go ahead and get this guy out the box. Alright, let's take a look at this art box. So we got Spidey on the front, Spider-Man logo from the PS4 game, the GamerVerse logo, it's a PCS exclusive. It's a pretty big box. It's like a TV box. You know, it's funny because it's 1/3 scale, so I think they still managed to get it pretty compact. It's just kind of wider than it is a big square box. So nice to see. Let's go ahead and get the styrofoam out. Alright, let's take out the base. Just like I remember it from Comic-Con, I love the texture on here. I'm not sure if it's the way that the material was made or if it's the paint, but I love this shiny kind of resin look. Got this cool like whirlwind look where something pegs in. It's got that Mr. Negative enemy vibe. Those were the villains of the PS4 game, so that looks great. No damages. Alright, then we have another piece of the base. Beautiful looking piece. I love the sculpt with the kind of flame energy look. These pieces poking out. Great looking transparency and paint to it. Okay, another big chunk of the base. You get more of the same here. Looks great. Man, so good. Alright, there's a few more pieces of the base, but you know, let's just move on to looking at Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks huge, and I love how it's pretty much just one piece except for the arms, so no neck seam. Bright, vibrant colors, strong pegs on the feet here, and great detail in the texture. Love the big white spider emblem. Love the mask and the eyes. That looks great. Wow, the arms look great. The way that this was sculpted with the textures and the way that this is painted, it almost looks like this is fabric. Like, look at his hands. I love how the gloves look. The fingers look great. So much detail. The white accents really pop on Spidey's costume. They look great. And the last piece that's in this box is his web. And you can see it's got that like Todd McFarlane spaghetti webbing. It's a wire type of feel. Very strong, but as you can see, it's bendable. It's got a magnet here, so we're going to have to figure out where this wraps around Spidey. As always, PCS Collectibles hits you with the certificate of authenticity. So you can see that here. And also some nice white gloves. Personally, I don't really use the gloves. I just feel like it's hard to feel what I'm touching, and I feel like I might drop or break something, but if you're just putting together and not making videos, you might want to use gloves. Alright guys, so we have all the pieces out on the table. As you can see, there are a ton of pieces to this base. I didn't even show you guys all of them because I figured you might get bored with that. So let's try to figure out where this stuff goes. So it actually has etched in R on both sides here, so that's helpful. So this goes in right here, it looks like.
Where'd it go?
Perfect. This one has an L. Wow, that looks great. It makes it look like it has these big horns, right? Awesome. Alright, so it looks like Spidey's foot is going to come out right here. Do I need anything else? But there's a couple of pieces it looks like that we can key in first, so let's mess with that. Alright, that goes in there. That goes there. Alright, so that's stuck in the back. Man, I'm really digging this base, man. This looks great. Oh, well, let's get Spidey and then we'll start worrying about the rest. So Spidey has to key in right here. his arms in.
Where'd it go?
That looks great, man. He looks way bigger than I remember. Let me try to squeeze that foot in a little bit. Let me try to figure out where these pieces go and the web, and then we'll get on to the review.
Scorpions made some upgrades.
PCS Collectibles 1/3 scale Spider-Man Advanced Suit runs $1,100 on Sideshow.com. There are only 250 of these, and it's on low stock as of the time of this recording. It's going to start shipping out in September, so make sure to jump on it now if you're looking to pick up this piece. Whew, alright, finally got this guy put together. I played with the web a little bit, looked at some pictures. It looks like it might be a little longer than what it was in the picture, so you can kind of do your own thing with it, or you don't even have to display it with the web. But man, I am just really impressed with this statue. It's my first Spider-Man 1/3 scale statue, and I think it's the first dynamic 1/3 scale piece I've ever owned. Typically with these 1/3 scale statues, they're just museum pose. They're about 30 inches tall, but they're just standing straight up. Let's get the measurements on Spidey. Looks like his arm is the highest point. He's just about 24 inches tall. The base is about 16 inches, but with his hand sticking straight out, you're looking at about 25 inches. Man, if you look this way, you're about 22 inches. So you're gonna need a little bit of space for this guy. But he looks so much bigger sitting here on the table than it does in like a display at a Comic-Con, especially when I'm just trying to film and get footage for you guys. In person, in hand, this guy is monstrous. So when I say the GamerVerse line, Marvel has this kind of GamerVerse universe that they created, which started with the Spider-Man PS4 game in 2018. This game was amazing. The graphics were awesome, the swinging mechanics, and the city of New York. They ended up making a mobile game, Conquest of the Champions, and they have this whole GamerVerse universe. So Spider-Man is the first PCS piece out of that line. They also have teased a humongous 1/3 scale Venom pool, which is Deadpool with the Venom symbiote, and a companion piece of Deadpool, which can actually go on the base with Venom pool or on his own base. That's where the inspiration is from this game, and they absolutely nailed it. Like I mentioned before, I think it's hard to redo Spider-Man's costume and it be universally accepted, especially for a video game. They came out with kind of like a MCU Spider-Man costume, but with this big pronounced white spider emblem on the front, on the back, on the arms, and on the shoes. And it just really works. It really pops, and I don't know anybody who didn't like it. The costume design looks great. Like I mentioned, when I was looking at the pieces individually, this base is this green energy from Mr. Negative and his goons, which is the main villain of that Spider-Man game. So that's where this is inspired from. And like I said, it really does give me like an anime vibe, especially the base with this type of Japanese-inspired creature that's coming out of this smoky green mist. Spider-Man's hanging on by two very strong pegs that are going into one of the horns. I love his Spider-Man pose. I think this is iconic Spider-Man. He's always got one leg up, one leg back, very like Todd McFarlane, Amazing Spider-Man 300 inspired. His arm is out with his traditional Spider-Man web shooter pose, and the other arm is back holding the web which he's swinging from, which looks great. The webbing also gives me McFarlane vibes with the spaghetti webbing, where it kind of rolls around itself and then all the strings go through to make one strand. The paint job on the base is immaculate. I saw it on camera, I could tell it's popping. It looks just as good in real life because you have these dark greens that go into these translucent greenish teals, which look amazing. The sculpt on it really lends to the belief that it's like smoky, fire, energy type of material that's coming out from this base. And I like where the point of exit is for the web. It's coming out of like this portal or this vortex out of this creature. And Spider-Man is here swinging up out of it. Sculpt on Spidey looks great. I didn't see who sculpted it to give credit, but it looks amazing. I really like I mentioned the pose, but I like the fine little details. First of all, the texturing on the blue and on the red parts of his costume looks amazing. It makes this fully sculpted statue look like it's mixed media. The details on the shoes look awesome. It looks realistic. It looks tactical. It looks like something he would wear rather than just pajamas with his feet touching the concrete. You have a lot of line work and detail in the arms. The webs look super clean, the paint and the lines look very clean. Sometimes there's a lot of worry with Spider-Man, like will the factory get those black lines solid and straight, and they really nailed it here. They took the time to show the attention to detail in the web shooters. The gloves looked amazing, and his portrait looks amazing. I'm really happy with this piece, guys. I think he looks awesome. I can't wait to see what other kind of characters they do from this line. That Venompool, man, he might be too big, but that looks awesome as well. I don't know if I'm going to get that one in here for a review or not. And hey, now they have the new Spider-Man Miles Morales video game for PS5, so who knows if maybe PCS has something up their sleeves with that line. But that's going to do it for my review on this piece. I think it is an amazing, ambitious, it's something that is new, it's something that has never been done. And I really think they nailed the execution of it. The base is amazing, the paint and the material, like the resin look, a dynamic 1/3 scale piece, a Spider-Man statue with a unique costume. It looks amazing. I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want more daily content, which includes statue reviews like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned, I'm going to put a playlist at the end for more statue unboxing and reviews. Thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.